about that time when the thought of you can't dissipate. I feel so weird for saying that, but it is what it is. Back where we left off, watch you take your dress off. I've been by myself remembering you. I feel like even when I'm in the car waiting for someone, if I'm with a friend, they're running in somewhere, like I'm thinking of you, or I'm feeling like I'm seeing you everywhere. Your body hurts me. So cruel that I'm saving all my love for you. You may feel like they've just been able to move on, move forward, not think about it. But I keep hearing, think about how you present when you're getting over something, or even when you're dealing with something, when you're going through heartbreak or trial. You're in your Queen of Wands. Your energy showed up as a Queen of Wands. To everyone else, you seem on top of your shit, which you are, in your game, in your era, in your me era, in your beauty, in your regalness, in your manifestation, in your power, in your passion, in your purpose. You're turning lemons into lemonade. That actually was a reading I did the other day. 9 of Pentacles under that too. 10 of Swords, which is interesting. Okay. Their energy is a 10 of Swords. What is this? 7 of Swords. Okay. Gone are the days of sympathy. Let me just say that. I didn't see the 7 of Swords before that. And the 7 of Cups too. I feel like there's a part of you that's like, any part of them that's trying to garner sympathy or gain sympathy is delusional and twisted. Sick and twisted. The energy between you two is the 5 of Cups, 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, energy of 5 can be significant between you two, life path numbers, birthdays, etc. I feel like there's obvious unprocessed grief and experience. This could be recent, this could be new. Your energy, though, appearing to everyone else, is you're going to be good on your own. In fact, people may have wondered what you were doing with them. I feel like you're punching, or they're punching up, as they would say in Love Island, UK. You're punching to be with them. Them, the person that you were with, is punching to be with you. I need to get more into it. When I asked the dynamic between you two or where you're heading now, Sagittarius energy, honestly, it feels like both of you are keeping your eye on the prize. You're keeping your eye on where you need to go individually, keeping your own goals and your own purpose, fulfilling that role. Their energy is such a fool that I'm saving all my love for you. I also feel too they're in competition with someone who doesn't even exist. They may be competing with themselves in their mind about who you're going to move on to. I feel like they know there's no shortage of options when it comes to you, but they also know that you're very meticulous and intentional. They may say, but I'm also hearing too, they know who you are, but I feel like they try to project a certain narrative or image onto you when they feel like they're losing something or losing you or losing an argument to put you down. I don't like that energy at all, because it feels like when I'm in their energy, I know who you are, and I react out of insecurity, and I feel like I try to undermine you or belittle you because I want you to be convinced of someone that you're not, that you are someone that you're not. So it kind of gets you in your head. It's sick and twisted. I'm actually really glad that the relationship ended now that I'm going further into it. It's kind of like, okay, what I'm saying is someone who's forgetful, someone who forgets things, or someone who can't control their indulgences, and you were such high value to them in their life. We see how they operate with things that are not so valuable to them, and how much it, like if they forget something at home or if they lose their keys, like what they make it mean about themselves. And then with you having such high value and high ranking in their life, if they can barely even manage or keep their eye on their keys, of course that is self-worth, of course, how it's coming through in this regard. Of course they're not going to be able to feel enough for someone like you, especially what you do for them, what you bring to the table. With you showing up as the Queen of Wands and the 9 of Pentacles, no matter how you identify it, you're good. You're good on your own, and you always will be good on your own. They feel like they have to lie or deceive or sneak around to get whatever they need. 333 just on the clock. I do feel like they're trying to gain more sympathy when it comes to the ending from family, from people closest to them, to get something or to get, it's like if they grew up in an environment where when they were hurt, they were given gifts, or it's like when bad things happen, they went out for ice cream. Like they've been programmed to feel like a reward comes after the grit, a reward comes after the grief, or during the grief. And so I feel like there's something where they're not taking accountability for their fault. When I ask what's to come between you two, magical muse and in separation, mirroring nature. Okay. More so, I feel like something's going to be created because of this on both fronts. You may get more into painting or artistic expression or lyricism, writing lyrics, songwriting, poetry, writing even in general. Creating something, channeling something to help alleviate the pain. It's going to be very cathartic. Their energy feels like they're creating something to get your attention. Because I feel like I'm throwing a fishing line, trying to get you or bait you, and you're not even in the pond anymore. And I feel like they're searching for this specific type of fish, which is you. Fishing analogy is crazy. There has to be fishing to do with this, because I don't like fishing. I don't talk about fishing ever. I don't think I've ever talked about fishing. And then you're just not there. They're in the wrong pond at this point. But I also feel like, too, you were a one-of-one rare fish in a pond that it shouldn't have been in the first place. You know what I mean? I feel like this relationship or dynamic actually helped you elevate your standards. And now you get to be with someone who's in the public eye. It's just what I'm getting. Or has more honor and integrity and is known worldwide is what I'm hearing. I've been trying to distract myself from feelings, is their energy, but also when the deck moved, I've been thinking about you a lot. And I'm scared of commitment. There it is. I definitely feel like they wanted so badly to commit to you, which is why they tried. And in it, it just blows up in flames. I'm rolling down with the finger, the feet of the fire. It's 4 and 2, breathe. Call me insane. I'm in love with your games. The flame. That's not what it's called. S.G. Lewis. I'm watching it burn, burn, burn. I'll write it. You already know. Okay. You're breaking my heart. It's just delusional. It's like you're the bad. It's like damned if I do, damned if I don't from your energy. Meaning, it's like if you stayed in the dynamic, it's like they resented you for it, and you felt like they were trying to push you away. And then if you left the dynamic, they're the victim. Like there's no winning. There's no winning. Freedom is the win. What's going on with them? Shad, I'm saving all my love for you. 6 of Cups, the Tower. This definitely triggered 7 of Pentacles too. Something from childhood as well. Things that they couldn't control, helplessness, which is why I feel like in this relationship they felt so out of control to their emotions for you and what was going on that I feel like they try to get control, which sometimes leads to self-sabotaging tendencies. I do feel like this obviously triggers a certain relationship pattern or dynamic from childhood or how they felt even in friendships. Because you feel so good without them, I feel like that's triggering. Like, to know that you'll be okay. I feel like they want and need people around. Also, with all the butterflies around here, I'm seeing this for the first time. Spirit guide, spirit team, even knowing what takes effort and time yields the greatest rewards, you know? Never giving up and putting effort in. I just feel like both of you feel like you don't really know about long-term commitment, but yet you do. Like, you know that intuitively it'll lead you to where you're meant to be, and with them it's such an unknown and so unpredictable that I feel like even if they tried, they'd go about, even if they got to the destination and everything worked out perfectly and beautifully and swell, they would still have that inner doubt, you know, like that inner nervous system alert going off that tower moments are about to happen, tower moments are bound to happen. Obviously you both feel isolated and outcasted. I definitely feel like you're looking at them like, how could they just let me go? But they're doing the same thing. Your body hurts me. They don't know that you're actually hurt. They know, obviously, anyone with a brain and even 2 brain cells could know that someone going through an ending or a loss or a heartbreak situation they fought so hard to keep it from getting to that point is obviously hurting, that something is over. They might just have in their interesting mind that this is better for you. But then they're still they're jealous of like this unknown ghost of a better man or a better woman or a better partner that you're gonna it feels like a lost cause, only because it doesn't feel like they're getting the necessary assistance required to shift and shake and change. I wouldn't be surprised if during your relationship you were going balls to the wall, super invested in your own healing, coming back into your spiritual gifts and abilities, hypnotherapy, those types of things, and like really reprogramming and rewiring and having a completely, you know, like realizing what you're going through. And with them, it feels like they kind of watched you do it, and they had the opportunity the entire time to follow in the footsteps for their own well-being, and to free themselves from their own conditions and their own patterns, and they just didn't. And you can't hold on to something that you're becoming a lifeboat for, you know? When the lifeboat has a puncture wound and it's filling with water, everyone's gonna sink if we act like you needed to get to shore and they wanted to stay where they were. Okay, what's going on with you now? I'm saving all my love for you. 9 of Pentacles, King of Cups. I'm telling you, and this doesn't feel like them. They may have water sign placements, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. To me, though, it feels like there's someone, you're on your own, right? But to everyone else, it feels like you're going to be with someone who's more emotionally mature, which I do feel like is coming in for you, because I feel like there's 3 energies. One who's more so like, you know, when you have that wake up where it's like, I deserve better than this, and then you can feel into the type of partner that you actually desire, and then you kind of hold on to that, not out of desperation, but out of this inner knowing or guidance or like a compass, you know, where it's like, okay, I can let go of someone who's emotionally unavailable or not meeting my needs because I know that there's something better for me. So I guess they're not really in competition with the ghosts at all. They may not be in your life yet. Or if they are, it feels like the beginning stages. They're not wrong. But still, it's giving...